Hello, hello. This is Pat with Petresca Papers. I'm out in the Bluebird Bungalow and I have week 4 of Christmas in July. The freebies that I am giving you to make for whatever purpose, for gifts, for yourself to be organized when Christmas comes, and to fit within the mega Christmas book or the Christmas chest. These are all digitals. These are the kit for the chest and the book are available on my Etsy shop and my Ko-fi shop, which will be linked below. Everything that I'm doing freebie wise will fit in either the book or the chest. This is today's, and it's a little folio, and it will fit down in the chest in the dividers, or it can fit in the book. And in my book I have, there's week, is that week 2? Can't remember. Is that week 2? I think that's week 2. This little folio can fit in this pocket. This is a pocket that I made from a leftover from the closures. I put a little fold or gusset there on each side to give it, let's see if I can show you, to give it a little bit more space, so that this and this will slide down in the book. Okay, now let me set these aside and let me show you what's in the freebies this week. All right, let me get myself organized. Well, first of all, let me show you the freebie. So the freebie is a folio, and the size that mine turned out is just a titch bigger than 6.5 by just a little bit more than 4.5. Okay, so I did use magnet closures. I am going to show you another option, and of course whatever closure you come up with, that's awesome. All right, so this opens up. It has a pocket and it has a little folio inside the folio, and inside there's a pocket, and I'm giving you a sheet of ephemera. So by the time all this is over, you're going to have a lot of Christmas ephemera. So this closes like that. And of course you can do whatever closures in here you'd like. All right, so that's our folio. I'm going to set that to the side. This is what you're getting. Now I have to show you a difference. I bought, and I think I have mentioned this in other of the videos, I bought from Walmart in the US, and if you're not in the US, I'm sorry, but you can probably find something similar. It's a photo quality matte cardstock. It's printable on 2 sides. Now look at the difference. This is a JPEG, printed JPEG format, printed on my cardstock. This is a JPEG format, nothing special, printed on the photo matte cardstock. Pen and Gear from Walmart. Very different. Now, some things I like better about this. It's just, I felt like to show you, I like to show you it vivid. Okay, so there is the black background holly. We've already had the lighter background holly. There is, oh, I didn't want to show you that yet. Then there's a black and white polka dot and a red buffalo check and the scritchy kind of distressed neutral. So there are 4 papers. So there is the holly, the buffalo check, the black and white polka dot, which you already have gotten if you did the week number 3 had the black and white polka dot. I will also include it in the packet in case you did not get week 3. And then there is that scritchy neutral, and let me take this, and the ephemera sheet. To make it easy, I hope, for construction, I have a template. And this is not a new idea. If you've done anything else that I've done, I like to do this at times. Now, I am realizing it is very dark, and I put instructions where it will show. So yours will be a lighter gray. This will be over here, so it's underneath the pocket. So as you'll see as we put this together, you'll go, oh my gosh, Pat, that's awful. So you won't see these lines as dark. They will be faint, but they'll be there to guide you to your scoring and cutting. Okay? So what this is meant to do, you'll print out your one side on cardstock, you'll print your neutral on cardstock, and then you put it back in again and you do this template. Okay, so the template will give you all the lines. All right, the other sheet that I have for you is patterns. These are meant to be cut out and traced. So these will be cut out and traced onto this. There is no way I could print it because you wouldn't see it either way. So you're going to cut them out and they will become, look at the difference in the reds on that. Wow. But you will cut these out. You'll cut out your 2 folio flaps. You'll cut out your pocket. You will cut out your, this is a little different shape, but I think this one will give us a little bit more space. And then the closures and this flap right here. You'll cut that out. So these are part of your freebie also. So you're getting quite a nice packet of goodies with this freebie. And then on my ephemera, I did the scritchy background because I didn't want white. So I am going to stop the film, the video, and then I'm going to do some prep, and I'll come back and we'll put this together. So I'll be right back. Thank you. I am back to show you how I have prepped to a certain point, and I'll do a little bit more with you and what you'll need. So scissors, of course, ruler is always good to check because my measurements may not be the same as yours. It just depends on your printer. I was with my friend Tracy in Denver, and her printer prints out borderless, which means everything is a little bigger. If yours is printing borderless, you need to make those adjustments. And mine prints with border, so I do have to cut off white, and yours should print with white unless you're borderless. So please always just double check your measurements. If you print everything the same, it should be fine. But if you do anything different to your settings, it will make a difference. All right, I have cut this out. All the white is off, and I trimmed around this because this is what it looked like. Okay, so I cut all around that, which cut off the white. Then you're going to cut off the black. So I'm just trimming right in there, giving it those angles or those notches or wedges. I'm not quite sure what to call them. And I have also scored. So I scored here and here. I scored there and there and there and there. And like I said before, I hope you heard me, this will be much lighter when you get yours, your freebie, and this will be somewhere we won't see it. Okay, so I'm going to fold and fold right there. Come on. And then I'm going to fold these side flaps like that, this flap, which we are going to extend and make it be a little bit longer. Okay, so that's all folded, and I think I need to use my bone folder to get a little bit tighter fold on there. I like this one with that flat edge, and I'm really not sure where I got it. I think it was a gift from my friend Tracy. I'll see if I can find one. If I can, I will put a link below. All right, so there we are so far. I'm going to set this to the side, and I was going to cut all this out, and I thought I'm going to show you. So these are patterns, but if you can fit them on in a better configuration than this, then you get some extra. So for instance, this fits exactly from top to bottom. So I'm going to trim that out. And actually, I'm going to lay everything out first. So that fits there. This large pocket, I'm going to just butt it right up against there. In the pattern, so that you understand, I leave a little bit of space between everything. But when you're cutting this out, you don't need to do that. And I'm thinking, so this is the way I had the pocket before, because of the laying out of the space. Let's move everything the way I had it. Okay, like that, and then we'd have the circles here, and then that would go there. But you can see we can scrunch it up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 pockets inside my folio. They're going to be a little shorter, but I think that's okay, because we'll be getting 2 pockets instead of 1. And then we can cut out some of the circles there. And oh wait, we're going to go this way. 1 and 2. This will be for our folio flap, and I didn't cut off the white. I'm going to leave it, and then we can make our folio flap a little bit bigger. And then of course these, we can find area to punch them out. Okay, all right, so let me do some cutting here. So I'm going to, I could measure, but we will. And we're putting that there. It's 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut right along there. And then I'm going to cut it in half, which should be, I don't want to do should be. I want to just, let's do this. Let's take it down just a little bit. I'm going to put it right on the line where I'm going to cut. Move that. Keep this because you can make little folios just cutting yourself a background and cut your folios. All right, I'm going to be smart and use this for my pattern, for my angles, just like that. All right, so these are done just like that. I'm going to set these aside. And now with this remaining, like I said, let's do this pocket. And how big is the pocket? From there, it's 2 3/4. So we'll cut you 2 3/4 right along there. And how long are you? It should be the same width, which is 7 3/4. Right along there. Set this aside. Now we have this, and I did something that I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have cut that. Shame on me. So we're just gonna make it work. That way or this way? I think I'm going to go this way. And I'm just going to use my scissors and cut that. Right down there. And along there. Okay. And now the little pockets. See, I kind of goofed. This was going to be a pocket. Well, we're just going to make it work. We're going to cut you along there. They may be different sizes. There's one. And then let's turn this. We need to not forget, we do need at least 2 polka dot closures. So I'm going to cut those now, and they are 1 inch. Okay, now I did put 4 on here. You really only need 2. So I am going to, let's see, we can get some out of this. Yes, we can. So I'm going to punch there and there, and those are the 2 that I need. I'm sure I can get 2 more out of here because we want, how big can our pocket be? It's right in here like that. So we'll make this, it's about the same. Yeah, it's good. We're good. Let's cut, what did we do that one? That one is 3 1/2. So 3 1/2. And then we have a little extra here and here. Set those aside, and I'm going to set these aside for another time. All right, let's put it together. So come on back over here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put on this pocket right here. And it's looking like it's exactly the right size, but I'm going to take just a smidge off both sides because I'd like it to not hang over the edge. And I do need, I'm so sorry, distressing. As I'm distressing, let me say, if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I had such a nice comment from someone in Denmark. And it thrilled me. I have ancestry from Denmark. So it was so fun to see that comment pop up. So thank you. If you're new, I do appreciate your comments. If you were one of my longtime subscribers, and I say that a little jokingly because I haven't been around that long, but I do appreciate you and you watching and commenting. Always, and I hope everyone is well and happy. Now, these two are going to go like that. I want to put a thumb notch, and I'm going to use my inch, and let's see, you know, there is such a thing as measuring, but yeah, I'm just going to eyeball it and distress and come around here. And as I recall, this can either be, maybe one of each. That might be a fun idea, don't you think? Okay, now we have our two folios. Our two flaps for our folio. So, and we can either do those black or the buffalo check, and I'm gonna go with the buffalo check because I like the thought of the little closures being the polka dot. So I'm giving it some distressing. The pattern is so dark, that's not what I'm distressing. I'm distressing that dark so that my sides are not white. And I just remembered I need to do that on some of the edges on this main part of the folio. So let's do that and that. Let's come along here. We'll see that. And we'll do a little, I don't think it really matters. This pattern is so dark, but I think it could show on these folds, especially on that little edge that I didn't cut straight. There, right there, along there, and especially along here and along there. Now that's not going to show, but again, this will be much lighter when you get yours. And let's punch out, well, we've already done that, but let's punch out the holes. So what I did is while I was prepping, I used a cracker box. It's very thin. I did 2 layers. My punch had no problem punching through this. I didn't have to really squeeze very hard. And that is going to give us some extra strength. And I want to get these glued on so that they will be a little drier. I don't want them soggy. I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to grab a little clip to hold it down, more on the edges than anything. And that will need to be distressed on the edges, but we'll do that once it gets a little drier. Okay, down there. Let's grab a couple more clips. There's another one. Okay. All right. We'll just ignore those. And now let's do some gluing on. Let's glue on our pocket over here. Now, I did have some thoughts that we could glue this, but then these flap. So I think I am just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue these down. There are ways around that, but it's almost easier for my instructions for you just to tell you to glue down these flaps. And then we're going to glue our pocket on top of it. We're not losing any real estate or any space. So we're just going to glue that on right there. So we'll glue down this side. Now it could be, we could make it a black and white polka dot pocket. It's up to you. If you printed it double-sided. All right, so right there and there. Let's give it a good burnish. And that doesn't show very much, but it shows enough to bug me. So you won't see that. And these will be much lighter. All right, now let's put, we do want to put them on before we put on our little closures so we can place them properly. Okay, so we are going to put glue on this flap right here. You know, I'm thinking this little edge might show, so I'm going to give it some black right there, there, and hopefully not get ink on my dauber or applicator. All right, so we want this down. Make sure we're lining that up nicely. Okay. One's on. Come back here, make sure that's nicely glued on. I think I can give that a crisper fold. Right, here we go with this one. So, July has gone absolutely so quick. And, I mean, I know I try to have even when it's not Christmas in July, I try to have a weekly video that I post. But let me tell you, knowing every Tuesday, it's like, oh my gosh, the month is gone. Okay, that's cute. Now, for the additional layer, and as I'm looking at, it's really not necessary. Let me show you the difference. But I like that to go a little bit longer, and it gives me a little extra room for a closure. So we need to follow this line of it's not going to, is it? We're going to have to go right to the edge. So we're going to put the tiniest bit of glue along here. And I'm thinking this could have been designed to be just a bit longer. But I'm going to try to just match that up, and I've got glue there. Is it working? We can trim and make that exact, and that's what we might do. Let's come along this side, come along here. I'm seeing that's not exactly straight, so I'm going to cut down there, and then see, that's not going to be, this is where I always have my challenge, is that angle there. So we're going to use a ruler. I think that will work. I hope so. because we want that to go to the top of that and match. So let's see. Let's see. Right along there. Cut just like that. Let's see. Oh, I think it looks good. Okay, so now we've got that, and let's glue our two little pockets inside. And I think I will do them different. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down the side. Do you know, we actually could stack them, and then we'd have one big long one. I think I will do that. So I'm going to put this one on, but not put glue on the bottom. I'm going to put it kind of in the middle, right there. And then this will go right like that. Because now what we have is we've got, let me grab something. So we would have this as a long pocket. It would go all the way to the bottom, and this is a shorter pocket. Okay, now it is time for closure. I love closure, don't we? Okay, I don't. Yes, I do. I need my distress ink. All right, let's get these guys ready. Put some black on the edges. Not worried about the back. You won't see the back. Oh, and I meant to say, you do need, if you're going to do this kind of a closure, you will need some small brads. All right. And I do need one other tool. Okay, I have two. I have one I made out of cardboard with a slot. And then this one is 3D printed with a slot. I'm going to use this one. Now I have to decide where these need to be. So I want, and it should be in the middle. Let's figure middle with this nifty ruler. Oh, I've got so many patterns on here. Am I getting it? I think so, but come down, come down here. I heard somebody say, "You're awfully high, Pat." Come on. Am I there? I don't think I'm there. Am I in the middle? Okay, I think so. I'm gonna put one there. So that one will go there. Like that. This one's going to come down there like that. Can I draw in there? Yes. 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 No, I didn't. I didn't draw up there. Okay, reach that in there. Okay, I'm going to do the all again. And that's right. Is it there? There. And right there. Okay, now brad goes in. This is my helper, and it keeps the brad from going too flush with the paper so that I have room to put the twine around. I could have used a bigger brad. See, that just makes it so nice. Now I have a very nice space in there. Now I do want to cover up this, and I think what I'm going to do, I have a smaller, which one do I want to use? I think I'm just going to use this smaller little circle. It's a 1/2 inch. You could use the inch. And again, I don't want that white edge to show. So I'm just covering that little brad up so it doesn't catch on anything or show much. It's just going to go right there like that. Boy, it pretty much disappears, doesn't it? And where's my other one? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, really? Come on. Now I can take that off. And, oh, for crying out loud, it's on the pencil. It's on the pencil. And there's the brad. That's what I usually can't find. It's the brad. Okay. Insert that in. Flip this over. And then spread out those little legs or tabs. Let's cut one more. Teeny bit of distressing around that edge to help it disappear, especially right there where I've got some black. And glue that on. This closure is done also, just like that. Got a very tiny piece of twine, but I'll just put it there. So that's how it will close. Oh, let's leave it. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to put in my ephemera. So I've got some ephemera that can go in there. That one's going to be too big, so that's just going to sit in there. We'll close this up again. These will go over here, like that. And then this, I did a magnet on this one. And I covered it with a piece of the polka dot and put it underneath the pocket right in there. But I'm going to use some clear, or some, well, they say they're clear. One part is very clear. These are, they come as 1,000 pairs of 1 centimeter clear hook and loop dots. I'm pretty sure I got this on Amazon. I'll link it below. And I've got a sheet with the clear, and so I am going to put that. I think I need to put this up here first. So we'll figure middle. And you know, I am so good at figuring middle. So I'm going to just put that down. And then take one of these little clear ones, put it on top of there, and close it. And then pull that up. And this really does pretty much disappear. So now we have that closure. This opens up. This opens up. That opens up. You can put all kinds of ephemera in there. Close it up, and you are done. I do want to say a pocket on the back of here, doing another one of those. So you'd have to print out another piece of paper, but that would be a fun place to put that, another pocket. All right, everybody, that's it. I hope that you enjoy this freebie. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. It really goes a long way to supporting my little channel with the algorithm that YouTube checks on. And subscribe, leave me a comment, and make sure you go to the links below to grab your freebies. And if you want to make the Christmas chest or book with me, that's linked below on my Etsy and Ko-fi shop also. So thank you so much, and we'll see you for week 5. I can't believe it. See you again soon. Bye-bye.